Okay, good afternoon, guys. We will wait for the live to build up. Hello, Debbie. Good night, Deb. How are you doing, darling? Hope all is well. Okay, so it's 8:01, so I'm going to start. Father, thank you for your son, the Lord Jesus. Thank you for taking my place on the cruel cross. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for the plans you have for all of us. Help us to listen to the still, clear voice and to obey immediately. Help us to bring our concerns to you and not others. Thank you that you know what's best for us. I like that. You know me or us better than we know ourselves. I know that time is a gift from you, and you have given us enough time to do exactly what you planned for our lives. Help us to use our time more wisely to do your will. In Jesus' precious name, amen. Share the live, please. Share the live, share your page. So, I want to say thank you to all that came out to my 19 years of barbecue blessing. We had a fun time on Saturday, thanking God for his love and his mercies. Debbie, thanks again for attending, and all who couldn't make it, I know the love, I felt it all over. So I just want to say thank you. So the word of the day is maudlin. M-A-U-D-L-I-N. Self-pitily, or tearful, sentimental, often through drunkenness. Now the word of this week is maudlin. Hey Anthony, watching from London. Maudlin is our word of the week. Now if you're celebrating, hi Phil! Nice to have you on. Morning from London. Morning all. Yes. So if you're celebrating a birthday today, I want to say happy birthday. May God continue to bless you richly. If you celebrated a birthday past weekend gone, happy birthday. So Philia is going to join me. She's on her way from work, so she's going to join us shortly. So I want to give you the health tip for this week. And the health tip for this week is HPV. And what is HPV? HPV is human papilloma virus. Human papilloma virus is a common virus that can affect different parts of your body. There are over 100 types of HPV, including strains of HPV that cause warts on your hands, feet, face, etc. About 30 HPV strains can affect your genitals, including your vulva, vagina, cervix, penis, and sucker, as well as your rectum and anus. HPV that affects your genitals is a sexually transmitted infection, STI, that gets passed through the skin-to-skin contact. Many people cringe at the thought of a STI, but the majority of genital HPV strains are harmless. This includes the type of HPV that causes genital warts. Some strains of HPV are high risk and can lead to cancer, like cervical cancer. Early detection and treatment can usually prevent this from happening. Are all warts HPV? Yes, and this can be confusing, especially when you are trying to understand the difference between the HPV that caused the wart on your finger or genitals and the HPV that may lead to cervical cancer. The HPV strain that causes wart includes genital warts and all or no wart wants warts, least of all their genitals. Still, these types of HPV are harmless. HPV type 6 and 11 most often cause genital warts. Other type of HPV can cause flat warts, plantar warts, common warts, progural and subgural warts. How is HPV related to cervical cancer? Certain strains of HPV, most often type 16 and 18, can cause change in the cells of the cervix, a condition called cervical dysphagia. Your cervix is the opening between your vagina and your uterus. Left untreated, cervical dysphagia sometimes advances to cervical cancer. What does HPV affect? Anyone can be infected with the HPV. They have sex or close skin-to-skin general contact with partners with the virus. Similarly, anyone with the virus can spread it to their partner during intercourse, oral sex, anal sex, or other close genital contact. HPV in women. In general, it poses the greatest risk to women and people assigned female at birth because high-risk HPV can progress to cervical cancer if not treated. Pap smears and HPV tests can detect precancerous cells changes early to prevent cancer in your cervix. Harmless for HPV can also cause genital warts in women and people. HPV in men poses fewer health risks to men and people assigned male at birth. If you are AMB, HPV can cause genital warts, but most infections clear on their own. HPV can lead to cancers on your penis, anus, head, and neck, but these cancers are rare. As a result, HPV tests and pap tests aren't generally recommended for people who are AMBA. Still, if you are HIV positive, your immune system may have a harder time fighting HPV infections. If you are a person with a penis who has sex with other people with penises, you may be at greater risk of contracting high-risk HPV strains that can progress to cancer. In this case, you provide many recommend an anal pap test. Anal pap tests don't test for HPV, but they can test for cell changes that may lead to cancer. Ask your healthcare provider if you should get tested. Regardless of your reproductive anatomy, it's important to prevent the spread of HPV by getting vaccinated and by practicing safe sex. How common is HPV? 14 million people become infected each year. 14 million people become infected each year, according to the U.S. Center of Disease. HPV is common that most sexually active people who aren't vaccinated against HPV will become infected at some point in their lives. Most never know they have the virus. What are the symptoms of HPV? When symptoms do occur, the most common signs of the virus is warts in your genital area. Genital warts are rough, cauliflower-like lumps that grows on your skin. They may appear weeks, months, or even years after you have been infected with HPV. Genital warts are contagious like all forms of HPV, but they are harmless. High-risk HPV don't cause symptoms until progressive cancer. Cervical cancer is more common to the types of HPV. Anal cancer, penile cancer, throat cancer, vaginal cancer, vulvar cancer, as well as cervical cancer. It's important to remember that HPV, even in high risk strain, doesn't mean that you develop these. So just be careful, guys. Know that if you're seeing these things coming out on your skin, you may not have take a blood test to find out if you have HPV, but I know on TV they talk a lot about the human papilloma virus. Okay? So we have Philia joining us now.
Hello, hello. I'm still feeling denim.
Yes,
Continuing it until the next day. How are you?
Great.
Okay.
How was the day?
It was
I
really
get you a
great.
little snack
Thank you
there
so
and we
much.
might
You
be
know I
hungry.
love snacking.
Yeah.
Someone commented, I said, I have an oral fixation. They said, yeah, we can tell. I was like, oh my God, do I eat that much? I do.
Yes. Well, you know, I
How
know
are you?
Philia always coming from work, so I always
Yes.
prepare a little snack
Thank you
for
so
her.
much. Thank you.
Because I know you're having a hard day and you know you're coming straight from Brooklyn.
Thank you.
So, you know, I got you, my friend.
Thank you, beautiful.
Right?
Yes.
So, Debbie, thank you, Anthony, Philip, June,
guys.
Night, shout out to Philly on her Delta anniversary. Yay! 17 years today, guys.
Yeah.
I've been working with Delta Airline, and let me tell you, it's all good. The journey don't be smooth all the time.
Right.
You have your bumps, you go down to the valley, you come back up.
Everything, right.
But you know, as time, with time, like you like fine wine.
Right.
You know, with time, you just get accustomed and you know to choose your battles. I learned for 17 years, what is my takeaway? I learned to choose my battles, respect others, and go with your gut feeling.
Good.
You know, because in the industry that I work in, we have a lot of personalities you have to deal with. So for one, you have to choose your battle. Not every battle, you have to take a fire hose and out the fire.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to just be still and listen. And as I grow older, I'm learning to be still and listen.
That's beautiful.
You know? So I would say that, and this goes for any job you're in.
Right.
You will always, you go to Macy's, you'll find a good person and a hoggish person.
Right.
You go to the bakery, same thing. You go
Right.
to the grocery store, you have new nice people, then you have some who just not helpful
Right.
and turn you off.
Right.
So my advice is ignore,
delete, swipe.
yeah, because you know in life,
Right.
those are the people who we live with.
Excellent.
You know, so
Excellent
and then
advice. I think
yeah,
that's
and I
awesome.
think too that in my company there's people from every genre
Right.
country,
Right.
from Peru, Ecuadorian, Trinidadian, the Guyanese, the Jamaicans, the Haitians. You understand? We have
Right.
people from all over.
Right.
Colombians, you name it.
So all of these personalities,
Yes.
they match, some clash. So you literally have
Puerto
to pick your
Ricans,
back.
they're different, and don't call a Dominican a Puerto Rican.
Right.
You
It's
understand what I'm saying?
offensive.
It's offensive.
Right.
So you know you learn personalities and things as you
Right.
go along. And I have nothing good but to say thank you, Delta.
Yeah.
Thank you for providing me with food on my table
Yes.
for the last 17 years I've been in this country. And you know, just doing it and asking God to continue to just guide my path and guide my footsteps and guide my mouth and put a bridle sometimes on it.
Amen. That is awesome.
Right?
That is a
So
beautiful
that was it. So yes,
blessing.
17
Absolutely.
years.
All
Right?
Congratulations. That's
Thank you,
beautiful.
thank you.
That's
So
beautiful.
thank you everyone for locking on. Share the page, please. Share the page.
Yes.
You want to say a little prayer for me? I think we should start
Yeah,
covering
we
her.
can start covering that.
Cover. I mean, I say a prayer already, but
Right.
say a little special prayer. for me.
Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you in the mighty name of Jesus. Father God, continue to just cover us in a way that we cannot physically and mentally imagine, Father God. Father God, thank you for just waking us up. Thank you for waking up those that we don't know, because we have to continue to be our own brothers keepers. We have to continue to love our neighbors, Father God. Father God, we have different personalities. We clash, we get along. But Father God, you teach us to love one another. So we pray that we can continue to support each other and not have strife, Father God. Continue to just relish in your glory, Father God, because tomorrow is not promised, Father. So we thank you for another day for life, because in another day, that means another blessing, that means another opportunity to be able to walk in your path. So, Father God, we thank you for all that you've done, everything that you are doing, and all that you continue to do in Jesus' precious name.
Amen. Yes.
Amen.
Okay.
Right.
Could you read our mission statement?
Yes, our mission statement. So our goal is to educate, empower anyone regardless of race, culture, ethnicity, or faith struggling with an assortment of life adversities. We believe education enlightens dark paths, less traveled, and liberates a sense of hopelessness. We believe the safety of transparency illuminates and activates the true meaning of caring, sharing, unveils an emancipated wholeness. Our group sessions are designed to introduce a myriad of information life topics that surround individuals, our families, communities, and our nations. Your contribution in uplifting and supporting others in their struggles will be greatly appreciated. So I assure you that Motivational Monday with Phyllis and Philia will continue to provide the highest standards of service and comfort as our conversations exceed your expectations.
Yes.
Now, achieving highest quality remains our constant mission, and the platform used includes our Facebook page.
Yes.
All right.
Hey,
We love that mission
yeah,
statement.
yeah.
And we always try to stay true to it. So.
Yeah, we always try to stay true and keep it real.
Right.
And you know, that's why we want participation from you guys.
Always.
So today I would like to touch on wisdom for women and men.
Okay.
So we're going to touch on 6 points. And I will just call out the points, but we will go deeper into it.
Okay.
So number 1, never allow yourself to date out of need. Never allow yourself to date out of need. All right? Just call them out, and then we will go in,
and we're gonna go through each one.
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, never hide yourself to make a man or a woman comfortable. Okay.
Number 3, be aware of masculine, feminine energy.
Yes. Number 4, make your intentions clear.
Number 5, call a thing a thing.
A thing is a thing is a thing. Number 6, make sure he or she is not using you as a come up.
Right.
I love this.
Okay, guys. So, again, we're going to go through one by one.
Yes.
And give us your feedback, because, you know, we always want to hear from you guys, right? So, again, when I saw the article, it gave ages. But I think this is across the board, because they were talking about people in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Wisdom for women dating. But I think it's for women and men, and I take out the age because I think this falls in everybody's bracket, right?
Right.
So I will start. Never allow yourself to date out of need, right? It's like a bank robbery, right? Example, dating seems seen because you feel like you need a man, right? Culture say this, right? Setting yourself up for master abuse.
I agree.
Companionship, this is good. Struggling with identity. Depending on a man to be constantly and faithfully. It's not a good route to go. Low self-esteem. Seek help, therapy, or counseling. This is not the day or time for a woman or a man to be a lifeline, right? And Proverbs 25:19 states, a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. Confidence is unfaithful man in time of trouble. A faithless man is as little to be relied on in the time of need as a loose or broken tooth and a foot out of joint. Okay, so let's get into that.
Okay. So you already know everything always hits home with me, right?
Right.
So that first one says that never allow yourself to date out of need. Now, I think that is very important to not just read, but truly ingest and understand. Because what happens is that as human beings, we need companionship.
Right.
However, we have to be careful that our need for companionship does not supersede abuse
Right.
or our need to have self-preservation.
Right.
So you may want a companion, but you don't just pick anybody just to pick them so you can say, I have somebody. That's the problem.
Yes.
So I think that I've always been accused of never being by myself.
Right.
When I get into relationships, I never think, oh, I need to have a man.
Right.
I do know because of my personality, I tend to attract people, like, oh, she's cool,
Right.
she's mad this, she's like that. And then next thing you know, because of my issues with ever seeming like I'm with different men, I'll tend to find myself staying in a relationship that may not necessarily be
Right.
healthy for me, right? And this is growing up, this is cultural, this is because my mother was with my father for 60 years, my
Yes.
grandmother. So all the women in my family have always remained with their husbands, their partners, correct?
Right.
So now to come into myself and not having a marriage that lasted more than 20 years, it made me feel like the next person I meet, I had to stay with them.
Right.
Right? So
Right.
it's that
So,
idea
but this
of
is
needing.
saying yes.
Correct.
So this is like never allow yourself to
To
date
need.
out of need.
So I felt like I needed to
that.
be
Yeah.
with a man for my children
Right.
and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But not because it was something that was important.
Right.
You
So
understand?
never get
Correct.
out of need, because
Right.
this comes like you're setting up yourself for failure.
Exactly.
You understand?
And that's
Because
where the abuse
the
started.
process-
So even though he didn't physically abuse me, but
Mentally.
emotional abuse,
Yes.
mental abuse, psychological abuse, all of these things came because of the need. And until I needed to take care of myself first,
Right.
I sustained all of this for the past 13 years.
Yes,
So
and
that
I
is
think
so
too,
true.
this is very important, because a lot of people go into things blindly,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they tend to, they think, well, culture say you have to have a man.
Right.
Culture, because everybody from a different background anyway, so culture tends to put a damper. It's like, your mom and your dad married for all these years, and
Right.
you should do it too.
Correct.
And if your husband hit you, well, you could deal with it.
Right.
If he have an outside woman, you could deal with it.
Exactly.
You understand? So again, people want to have a companionship,
Right.
want to have people. Some people struggling with identity,
Correct.
so they feel like if they need. You
Correct.
understand, the need is
So you
because they
start
don't
losing-
know.
you start
You're
losing
losing
yourself.
yourself. You
Correct.
don't know
I
who
agree.
you are.
Right.
You understand? Depending on a man to be constantly faithful is like, and no good. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Low self-esteem. A lot of women out there, again, share the page, guys,
Right.
have low self-esteem. They don't want to watch in the mirror and look and say, hi, my nose is big, but I love how God created me.
it, right.
You understand? I'm not going to go and do surgery on
Right.
my nose. Anybody like me have to like my
Like
big
had the
nose.
nose, right? Now it's funny that you said that, right? Because I was talking, I don't know who I was talking to. I might have been talking to Kwan. We were like, I think it always becomes, okay, so you were in these relationships that were very toxic, right?
Right.
But you stayed with them.
Right.
And now all of a sudden someone who treats you well comes, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not going to take this, I'm going to walk away. It's like, but you didn't walk away when
Right.
things were bad. Now all of a sudden when something is good,
Right.
you're ready to fly. And I said, well, one thing, in these other relationships, I felt crippled. I felt like I couldn't leave because either
Again,
I
need.
felt-
Need.
again, right,
Never allow
right.
yourself to date out of need.
Exactly.
So you
So-
wasn't it because it's a need.
It's
You're
a need.
thinking it's cultural.
Correct. So now it's a want. It's like I
The
want
want.
to be here. You
Right.
should be happy that I
Right.
want to
Right.
be
And
here.
it's not a need.
And it's not a need.
Yes.
Exactly. And
Yes.
I think when someone wants to, there's a freedom and liberation that you feel when you're just with somebody because you want to be with them.
Right.
Not because of the children,
Right.
not because of finances, not because of clout, whatever it is, it's a want. And I think wants supersede that, because then you're willing and you're able, and there's so much more beauty that comes with that. So it's just interesting to now see it flipped.
Right.
The flip
Instead of
side
a
to
need
it, yes.
and a want.
A want is so much more
Right.
more
And I
nice.
think too, dating is not equivalently to a sexual relationship.
That's correct.
Right? Dating is to explore each other to
Right.
see if you can go to the next step.
So I think that this should be taught to both women and men.
Well, that's what I say. This is wisdom for men
And
and
for
women
women. So,
who are dating.
Exactly. You know
understand?
why? Because again, because there's a connotation that if you date, people assume that when you're dating, you're also screwing or having sex with the people you're dating.
Right.
So it has that negative connotation when a woman is seen with 7 different men in a week.
Right.
And they're like, oh my God, another man, right?
Right.
Or if it's a man, it's like Jesus, he changes women like he changes his underwear.
Right.
If dating was so accepted, right? I think people would do more of it, and it would give
but
you an
again,
opportunity.
Women feel obligated to offer sex in,
exactly.
in a relationship
because they
of dating.
feel like
they feel
if
obligated.
they don't, then
Right.
they can't keep a man
Right.
and stuff. I
Right.
agree with you. So that's why I think that, like with me, I've never dated. Right? I told you, you take me out to the movies or to dinner, and then next thing you know, I'm finding myself in these relationships, right? So, and then they become long term. As I said, it's 3 year, 10 year, 13 year, 20 year. It's never any dating for me to say, okay, I know myself, or I don't like this, or I don't like that. So it's also wasn't a really cultural thing to teach your young daughters, that dating is actually acceptable. So I think that it's really important for people to date so that they can get to know what they really like, what they don't like, what makes them tick, what doesn't. If you're just getting into a relationship and you're sticking around, then how are you ever really knowing what you want for, or need for yourself?
Right.
So I think dating is important.
I think so too. And again, you don't have to be obligated to
have sex.
Intimacy.
Correct.
Right?
I agree with you.
You're not going to lie down for every man you date.
Correct.
Right? Okay, if you need a man, you don't need a man. What you think about that?
If you need, ask it again.
If you need a man, you don't need a man.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so I think...
Reason B,
go ahead, please explain.
you have to live with purpose. Right? Don't consume yourself with your life just thinking, I need a man. I'm desperate for a man. I'm 40. I have to have a man. I have to have a baby by 35. I have to, so he's saying here, if you need a man, you don't need a man. You're supposed to need a person when you desire that person. Right?
Again, correct.
So, again, I think that is so powerful.
I think it's more powerful than anything, because if you really need a man, then you don't need a man.
Exactly.
Right? Meaning that you should only be with them because you want them, not because you think you need them. Right.
Or again, society, the pressures,
Right.
cultures, mom and dad. When are
My
you getting
biological
married?
clock is ticking.
Yeah.
I'm 35. My baby's gonna have Down syndrome. Blah, blah, blah.
Your mom. When am I getting grandchildren?
Right.
When are you going to get married? Your grandmother.
Right.
Well, you still single? You know.
Your cousin's already married. Your sister's already married.
What are you doing?
Right.
So if you need a man, you don't need a man.
I love that.
All right.
I love that. Yes.
Purpose consumed within 24 hours day. Right. Stop to make your room in life. Purpose is fulfilling. All right. Any woman or man created with purpose. So what we are saying here, do things with purpose.
Yes. Intent.
You understand? Intent.
Yes, I agree.
You want to make sure that, if you're going into something, you really want to put your 100 in and not 50 in and 50 out.
I agree.
Dating and desperation are a bad combination.
Right. I agree. Because what happens with that, if you're desperate, the minute you start to date, it's like, when you want to get married, what age you want to have kids, how much money you have in the bank, when you want to get a house, and it's like, whoa, can we just have dinner first? Right? Because these expectations are already put upon you because of society.
Exactly.
So
and then it's saying peer pressure too. Peer pressure. You understand? So again, the question was, for those that now logging in, we are talking about wisdom for women and men in dating. And what we say is, never allow yourself to date out of need. So that is the topic that comes now with everything here, right? Good evening, everybody who is listening. And this, I say, is for 20, 30, 40, 50,
any
60,
age.
70, any age.
Right.
Desperation leads to failure, Peter is saying.
Right. It
Yes.
does.
Yes, yes.
Right, because when you're
But
desperate,
I like that, eh?
I love this.
Desperation,
Mhm.
dating, and
Desperation.
desperation are a bad
recipe,
combination.
correct. Right. It is.
It's a bad combination.
It's a bad combination because
You're
with
not ready.
desperation,
You're not ready.
You're not focused, and you don't have a purpose. You just want to. It's like you shoot and you want to land wherever you land. That's the problem with desperation. So sometimes you fall prey to the wrong hands.
Yes,
So I agree.
we do.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have anything they want to tell us before we moving on? Wendy and Aruba.
Yes.
Enjoy. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. No questions.
Any
Anything on that
comments?
first one? Any comments?
Okay.
Again, the header was never allow yourself to date out of need. All right.
All right.
No questions. Okay, we're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Never hide yourself to make a man feel comfortable. I
So-
will repeat that again. Never hide yourself to make a man or a woman comfortable. Wait, Catherine have it. Blessed night, ladies. What y'all think about rebound relationship? Let's hit this one before we continue.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
For me, rebound relationship is like what did I say?
The need instead of a want.
It's
Yeah.
a desperation of
Okay.
dating
Yes.
and
Okay.
desperation.
Okay. That's your opinion on
I
rebound.
think so because rebounds don't. It don't.
Right.
It don't. It
Because
don't.
you're not doing it for you are doing it for a purpose, but purpose is more like I gotta get something right now to fulfill
But
this.
when you say rebound, it's like we together and then we went
minute
out
we-
there and date other people and we find it in work and then we get back together. Is that what you mean, Catherine? Let me know.
Yeah, well, and it also
Because-
could mean as soon as you break up with somebody, you immediately
you
get a new
get
person
somebody.
back.
So Catherine,
That's
we want
all
to
part of
know
it. Which part of the
which
rebound
part,
that
which part
you-
of the rebound? Because rebound could be that.
Okay,
It could
that
be
as
okay.
well.
We went out
And it didn't
we
work
date,
out,
it
and
didn't
now
work
we're
out,
back.
and then we back together.
Correct, that could be
Or
rebound.
it could be as we break up, you are the
You already
side
have
chick
somebody.
and you go on and just forget me.
Correct.
But I
Right.
don't believe in rebound. I think if you leave for
Just
a
leave.
reason because
Right.
they're sticking it out to the person.
Right.
For many reasons, people stay in bad, toxic relationship, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then when you go back with the person, it still is the
Right.
same thing, so it doesn't last.
It
So,
doesn't.
No.
Like even with my ex-husband, we were together. We separated for 4 years. He went and did whatever he did. I stayed faithful. I stayed waiting. 4 years later, we got back together. And when I got back, I was like, "What am I doing?" I
Right.
knew this was not a right
Yeah,
idea.
so you ain't believe
Right.
in the rebound.
Correct.
So,
Right.
Catherine, no, we don't believe in rebound relationships here. Okay, rebound means after you break up, jump into a relationship to ease the pain. Oh, but then I think you said it the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
those
it,
don't work.
Because it's like a cut.
Right, you wanna put that Band-Aid.
Yeah, you want a
But
band-aid.
you're not healing it with the Neosporin.
Yeah. And June is saying rebound is when you end up dating someone else to try and forget about the other person.
Okay, so we got the right definition about the
And
rebound.
Rayanne is saying rebound nothing. Catherine is saying you are in a relationship for a while.
Right.
You all broke up and very quickly you meet someone else. Yeah. We
It's all
don't
part of rebound.
yeah, we don't want the rebound thing.
Right.
I think if you separate and you disconnect from that person,
That's
it's for a
important.
reason. And
Right.
then some women scar
Right.
for the rest of their life.
Right.
So,
Right.
and some women don't forgive that easily.
Correct.
Some
That's why it's
women-
good to be by yourself for a
Except-
while.
yes.
I think that's important because at that time you're really trying to heal. But if another person comes involved, because you
And
become
confused.
involved, yes, I think you lose focus. It's a distraction
Yeah.
from what you should be working on,
Yeah.
and then those problems spill over into new
And
relationships.
and it come like it's the same
That's what
khaki
I'm saying.
pants.
Correct. Right.
Same khaki pants. They might just change the color, but
They
it's the
spill
same.
into the same relationships
Yeah.
until you really truly heal.
Yeah.
It's very difficult not to bring that baggage into the new relationship.
Yes, I think
So that's why rebounds don't work.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Nice,
So
nice,
if
nice.
nothing else, we're moving on to
Moving
two.
on.
Never hide yourself to make a man or woman feel comfortable. Hold 1 second. Rayanne is saying, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm not going into nothing that ASAP disaster. As soon as possible disaster.
Right.
I think you need to catch yourself first, especially
Correct.
from the hurt, from the pain.
Right. Go
And
through it.
because you tend to go through your next relationship
Right.
now with disastrous.
Correct.
And you're always fighting,
Correct.
nagging,
Right.
unhappy. And it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
and I think that it's important to, as I said, get to be whole again, because you're broken.
Find yourself.
Right, you're broken after
Take time
broken
for yourself.
relationships. Take time.
Take a
figure
break.
out yourself. Go
Take
to
a
movies
break.
by yourself. Go to
Remember
dinner.
what we said.
Chill.
Never allow yourself to date out of need.
Yes, I agree with you.
All right?
I agree.
So
Okay.
always keep that. Some people feel they can't stay by themselves.
Yeah.
Insecurity. Yes, they.
That's all part of it.
Yes.
I agree,
Yes.
Dane.
Some people can't even go to a movie by themselves.
Correct.
Or just go shopping by themselves.
Correct.
You understand? They're in need of somebody. And I know a lot of people like that.
Yes.
Right?
Like, they sometimes don't even go to the bathroom when they go out. It's like, come with me now.
Ladies just asking. She said, ladies just asking. Ha, ha, ha. All right. Never. We here to answer them. All right?
Right.
Number 2, never hide yourself to make a woman or a man feel
good.
comfortable.
Okay.
There is somebody in this world for you.
Okay.
All right?
The hiding, you mean like not letting your true
That
self.
will love you
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
for example,
Mhm.
your boyfriend or husband,
Mhm.
you're accustomed wearing weave and you don't want him,
I got.
and you don't want him to see the real you. Right? When you take off them eyelashes, take off the weave, take off all the fafa, right? If somebody really love you, they will love you for your
I agree with
natural beauty,
100%.
right? So this is what it means.
Okay.
Never hide yourself. Never hide your age. Never hide your
Gotcha.
children.
That's what
You
you mean by that.
understand?
Okay.
It's not your job to make a man feel comfortable.
Right.
It's not your job. He has to be comfortable
In
in his
himself.
yes.
Right. Okay.
So if for you, it come like you cutting down yourself now
Right.
to prove a point
Right.
because of this. So never ever hide yourself.
Okay, I have a question about that, right? Because I have a friend who has alopecia, and she's always decked out, hair always done. Never see her ever not looking 100%, right? Now, she's like, my husband met me this way. It's my job to make sure he always sees me in this way.
Alopecia
The
is
husband
skin
knows,
thing, right?
yeah, and losing of the hair and
Yeah,
everything.
right.
So the husband knows about the alopecia,
Right.
but he's also okay seeing that she's always decked out, always beautiful. So he's never seen that part of her. He's
You never see
seen,
the true her.
He's never seen the true her. But she's been honest about it.
Right.
But she also feels like men are visual.
Right.
They like what they see. They
Right.
like what they get.
Right.
So why must I show him now that part of me that I don't like in myself? So that's something to ponder about. Is that the same thing of not letting the person see your true self? What do you
Okay,
think?
let's pause.
Mm-hmm.
Rayanne say my favorite word tonight is nothing. Diane is saying, point 2, yes, to be yourself from the beginning. Just what you see is what you get. Take it or leave it.
Okay.
Be you and you will be at peace and free. They didn't say nothing else. Rihanna saying, hide nothing. I show myself from day one. What
Okay.
you see is what you get. Signing up for. June is saying, if you have to hide behind the weaves and makeup, then you are not true to yourself.
Okay.
Katrina saying, oh, God, we have so much of them out here. Plastic body is truth. It goes both ways, and it's truth. But in this context here, we're saying that there is somebody out in this world
Who will love you for you.
who will
I
love
agree.
you for you.
Right.
So don't try to be
And hide yourself
Hide
for-
yourself, and
That
it's
makes
not
sense.
your job to make them comfortable.
Right. It's
You
not
know?
your job to fix it.
Dealing
Right.
with a man beneath you because you have to make him feel comfortable. You working for 6 figures and you have somebody you're dating who making 2 figures. You understand? And you know, dealing with a man beneath you, right? To make him feel comfortable because you're stooping now
Right.
to the level of this person. Don't do it. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, let me
You
hear.
already know how I feel about this. Now,
Right.
My director,
Right.
well over 6 figures. Her husband makes, well, you know what? Her husband drives Uber, but he does. He always has money. However, people, her family expected that her husband should be
A doctor, a lawyer, or somebody.
So even though driving Uber is your own entrepreneurship and everything else, she's looked down upon.
Right.
Right? Like she made poor choices.
Right.
So it's like,
Then suddenly she happy when the night come. Go
right,
ahead.
exactly. But it's that idea that
Because
you're
money
a director.
doesn't make you happy.
It doesn't. I know that
Let's put
already.
out there.
Yes.
Money doesn't make you happy. It gives you a comfort in life.
Correct.
But the moment you think those people who have money sleeping comfortable when the night
Somebody's
comes,
always
oh,
asking.
no.
There's
Yeah,
always
because you
something
know
about
what they're thinking, who coming to take
Correct.
it next?
Who's coming
Go
to
ahead.
take it? Exactly.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying that. So to her, it might seem like she stooped because she did not get someone of her education caliber, of her job caliber, and everything else. But for her, she also felt like she dated people or was married to somebody who had all of those things, and that person didn't make her happy.
Right.
So is happiness more important? Well, no, of course, we should choose happiness over status.
Right.
So I also feel the same way because I've always dated, I didn't really date, but the guys I were married to or whatever, they always made 6 figures. In fact, I never was with anybody who never made 6 figures.
Right.
But I wasn't
How that make
happy.
you feel? Were you their equal?
Well, I mean, my first 6-figure job, I was 23, but I didn't always remain there. There are
Right.
times I dipped, and then there are
Right.
times I've surpassed it.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that dating people who are in that caliber didn't necessarily make me happy. I was comfortable. I always had nice cars, always had money, but I wasn't happy.
But you
So
think
I'm
it's your
not-
job to make that
Mhm.
person comfortable?
I think it's your job to support someone, but not to the extent that you have to do all the work. I think that they have to also do the work,
Right.
So I think that's
yeah, because I think that is like you have a child,
Mhm.
right? And you gotta
Mhm.
push them.
Right, right.
And that could be tedious.
Correct.
You
Like,
understand?
yes, I agree. So, like, even in my second relationship, I pushed, and he became a lieutenant, right? And then now we're not together, and I don't benefit from all that pushing, in a sense.
But in life, that is all.
Right.
I think Rihanna, somebody was talking about that up to
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. We tend to have women who in relationship and then they sacrifice for the
Right.
husband to go to school,
Correct.
to get the degree,
And then they walk out
and
with
then
the-
they walk out with all these
Correct.
degrees,
I
and
agree
you
with
have
you.
nothing, and then they go now with somebody,
And somebody
new,
benefits
and
from
they
it.
benefit
And
from
I've
it.
always
But that
felt
is
that
the
way.
circle of life.
I've completely always agreed to that. Even
Right.
with my ex that we were married, I should be entitled. We were married long enough. I should be entitled to his pension, but I didn't do anything about it. And he's enjoying himself living in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and
Because
the
they didn't
new wife
set
gets
boundaries.
everything.
They didn't set
Exactly.
boundaries.
Exactly.
So that is why we're here
Yeah.
now to educate
I
on
think
boundaries.
I think it's very
You know,
important to
but
understand.
I don't really think. I believe that it's not our job to make them comfortable. I don't believe.
I
so.
do agree with you
because I
now.
think if you successful and you work hard enough and you make a name for yourself, why should you make that person now who coming into your life comfortable? No, you're going to be
Gotcha.
uncomfortable.
I can see that.
Right?
I can see that.
Let's take some. Katrina is saying, "Oh yes, she needs to fix that." Nancy saying, "We have to keep it in context." Some mature people wear dentures, but their husband never saw them without. We have to be mindful of that choice. And Nancy is correct. Nancy, very good point.
Right.
You all have me up late, Catherine Booth. Kalina says, sorry, I'm not building no man. He needs to come built already. But,
Okay.
but Nancy saying, but if you support a person to better themselves,
Right.
don't expect anything in return.
Okay,
Do
that
it
I
from
like.
your heart.
That I like.
Nancy, good point.
Nancy, that's a great point.
That's why we just want Nancy
Right.
on this motivation.
Yes,
She's
yes.
come with some good things.
Nancy, that's great. You know why? Because it's when you're expecting something in return, you get disappointed, and then you feel like all your hard work didn't pay.
And that's how you feel.
That's how I feel. It's
Yeah.
like,
so you hear what
seriously?
Nancy said.
Yeah, no, I get it.
All right?
So I don't deserve that pension.
Right, exactly.
Ah, that sucks. But I get you. Right. I don't deserve that retro.
No. No,
fulfilling the test
but-
1,000 times.
Yeah, but Nancy, that's a good one. June said
get
leave
you.
them to God. All right?
Thank you, June.
Nicole and Dimitri. Okay, Nicole, hi.
Hey, Nicole and Dimitri.
So Dane is saying,
Right.
but what about the main flaws that they hide in?
Yes.
Okay,
so
let's touch on that a little bit.
Those main flaws that they're hiding is inadequacy, is not feeling like you're up to par, and they overcompensate by sometimes being mean, sometimes showboating, sometimes cheating, whatever the case might be, because they're not confident in themselves as men, that they're not up to par.
Right.
That's a big
So
problem.
that's why they have to hide behind a closet.
Correct. I agree.
And in the closet and at the side of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
I just call them kind of man, maniku man. Maniku man is possum. You know the possums with his run? Well, you know you're African, so let me tell you. A maniku, we just eat them in Trinidad, right?
Right.
They call them possum here where they don't eat them.
Right.
So men like that, who just hide and stuff,
Right.
you call them maniku man.
Okay. Wow. That's funny. Wow. Okay.
You understand?
I get it.
Because they're not providing, they're
Right.
not protecting, they're
Right.
not professing.
Professing, nothing,
So
right.
why should you
Mm-hmm.
never hide yourself to make a man feel comfortable
Right.
or a woman? Never do it.
Right.
Be comfortable in who you are.
Right.
You are what you are.
Correct.
All right?
Right. That's fair.
Dimming your lights
Oh, Lord.
and not shining it
Nope.
for a man
No.
or a woman. You are a big singer.
Yeah.
He's some taxi driver. Just saying. So now you feeling bad because you making all this money.
Right.
You know, and you want him on a level. So guess what? You take him now to be a bodyguard or to be on your team, your
Right.
manager. Okay, perfect example.
Right.
Wendy William and her husband.
Okay. Right.
Okay?
Right. She made him producer.
She made him a producer.
Right.
And you know, he think he owned the business.
Correct now.
He think
Yeah.
he owned her and
Right.
wanted, and then she had to pay him all this spousal money.
Right, right.
And they see how she going crazy and he gets no
Right.
money.
Right. Right.
Oi, that is a good point, you know.
And then she
So,
fired him as
yes,
producer.
yes, and she knew he was
not doing
having
people.
yeah
Correct. The
infidelity
extramarital affair. Right.
and all this kind of thing.
Right.
But you know she was done in it already, and she tried to kind of suppress herself
Correct.
in order to have him around.
Yeah, that's
Perfect
right.
example.
Yeah,
Dimming
that's
your lights.
Dimming your light. That's, you know what it is? I definitely am guilty of having my lights dimmed to try to make my spouse, husband, whatever, feel good. Because sometimes they see that light, and sometimes they come in wanting that light, but then in the process of wanting the light, they dim yours because they're too egotistical and too unsure of themselves to say it's okay to share this light. No, I'm just going to dim hers because I don't want hers to shine brighter than me.
Right.
And in relationships, your enemy should not be your partner.
Exactly.
It should be like, no, we're here together. Why
Yes.
are you trying to harm
Yes.
me in the process?
But again, I think in marriage is more like a partnership. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They build together. In a marriage, that is the you know, I think I see it like from that meaning, you know, the partnership of building and
Right.
stuff. Because
Mhm.
when you're in these relationship,
Mhm.
you can't really build nothing because what? Where you have, you're not married.
Mhm.
You understand? So now it's like you're there 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 15 years, you're
Wow.
still there.
Right.
You understand? And there is nothing to build.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So I think marriage is something, a different union in this context of what we're speaking
Right.
about.
It solidifies what that building is,
Right.
at least legally, on
Yeah.
paper.
All right, Carrie saying good night, Nancy.
Good night.
If you're rich and alone, spend the money and enjoy your time. I'd rather be without some money but have a great run because I can't take the money with me.
Right.
Good. Rihanna is saying, I honestly think when we are in a committed relationship, us women push the man to be better than us.
Correct.
Thinking when we push them,
They're going to take care
Right.
of us.
they will carry the family,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And they
But
just carry
out of
somebody else's
10
family.
years, they leave.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And go carry on with
Somebody
another
else's
person.
family. Right.
Family. Long story short, push yourself, sis.
Thank you, Rihanna.
Nancy's
Very good.
saying prenuptial arrangements is good, especially with marriage. Dane is saying don't agree on prenuptial. Okay, Dane, why
Why?
you don't believe on prenuptial? Let us know that.
Right.
Because if I making my money, I work hard for 17 years.
Right.
and become a millionaire,
Right.
and you Johnny come lately coming in,
Right.
especially to an older woman,
Right.
I have in my prenup,
Right.
because I have to safeguard myself, my
right.
son, and my family. So I believe in prenup.
Gotcha.
Why should I walk away from anything after going through this shit? That is what June is saying. June saying a lot of men don't want you to do better than them.
Correct.
That's the
They're too
flow.
insecure.
Ego can't handle it.
Right, egotistical. That's what it is.
Kadisha is saying, love the life. Okay, thank you, Kadisha.
Hi,
Hi. Brooklyn in the house, Betty. And yeah, so I mean, that was interesting there. It's like going to a store and you know your size is 8, but you're going and buy a size 7,
Right.
and you squeeze your foot
Right.
to
Right.
please what?
Society say that the small foot looks better.
Okay. All right?
That's interesting.
Yes.
I like that.
Hiding the fact that you have kids. Some people don't want the other person when you're now dating to know
Right.
you have 5 children.
I'm-
Some people hide them kind of thing, but we're saying
Let me
be
tell you,
true to
girl.
yourself. Go ahead.
I met Robert Rodriguez, and I thought my son was his first kid. This boy already have 4. I'm like, how you hide 4 human beings?
Yeah.
And I didn't know until I was having the baby that there were 4 other kids already.
Yeah, that's
fully
why people
grown.
play you. That's why you have to
Yes.
be.
And I'm over here saying, well,
Yeah.
and like, oh, is this your first? Well, it's our first together. But, I already have 2 kids for a previous marriage. Just, it's like,
That's like what.
It's
the other
terrible.
day, they saw the clip with the housewife from Atlanta.
Right,
I forget the one name. She was with the footballer and they separated.
right.
He bring her big daughter the other day and they were married for 20 something
And
and
she
she
did not.
didn't know
Exactly.
the child. So everybody now was like, Bill, where you get this child from?
Correct, right.
And he trying now
To try to
think,
explain
yeah,
away.
and the ex-wife is saying, he never, you see how he lies.
Right.
That, the other.
It's
So
hard.
people do you really,
And,
really injustice.
for me, the rude awakening, and the reason why I know the number now is because the kids are under his insurance. But in the insurance, the last number indicates the number that the person falls under you.
Uh-huh.
My kid is like number 506. I'm like, why is it an 06 instead of an 01 or 02?
Right.
And I realized,
It was being played.
I played.
Yeah,
Like
boy.
a
I love it.
chess game.
June laughing. Dana saying, so question, if your husband has the money, he tells you to stay home
Eh?
and be a housewife. So we sign in prenuptial?
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you
It
this.
depends on what that condition and contract is.
Kevin Costner going through that right now.
All right.
Kevin Costner married and he had a prenup with the wife, right? Now he and his wife divorcing. Now she wants millions.
Right.
But because of this prenuptial, and she keeps stalling it, right? Because she's not going to get half of the millions,
No.
even if she was a housewife.
I got you.
You
Yes.
understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
So the
But
prenup
people, I
helps
think
in that.
people have to safeguard themselves, especially
do.
with people coming in.
I don't think people are entitled to half just because you're with somebody.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
so.
fair. However, I think for me, a fair prenup would not be half, but it would be come in with what you came in with, and anything that we acquired while we were together, then maybe you could get half of that because it's a partnership. But you shouldn't get half of everything.
Right.
That's not unfair.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
So Nancy saying never hide your kids is a package deal.
Package, man.
I just say you buy it wholesale and not retail.
I'm like,
Dana
over there.
saying she disagree. Okay, so tell us what Dana want me to call
Dang,
you.
man, we got coming in here like,
That's true, Philia.
yeah,
Listen,
man.
that's true, Philia.
Where you
So-
at?
So let's call Dane because
Okay.
let's see if we can talk.
Dang, we gonna call you. We want to know what you guys
we
say.
gonna answer.
The people want to know.
Yeah, we want to know because she disagreeing. So it's
Mhm.
always good to hear
Mhm.
from perspective.
We love to hear different sides, of course.
Okay, so we're gonna bring Dane on because Dane is not agreeing. Okay, Dane.
Hi, Happy.
Hi, baby. How are you?
All right, so you're disagreeing with the prenuptial. Tell us why.
No, it goes both ways. And when I say goes both ways, we could bring up, okay, like, let's say Mary J. Blige.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and
Perfect.
her husband,
Yes.
right? He did her wrong. We could talk about Wendy Williams.
Right.
he did her wrong, but it goes both ways. So what about I am going into this relationship. We got married for better or for worse. Yes, you give me a better life. You did wrong. I didn't do anything wrong in the relationship. But now, at the end of the day, after I go through all this and take care of kids, I have kids for you, I'm walking away with nothing. So I ain't signing up for them.
Right.
Okay, so you won't sign the prenuptial
Okay.
because you don't want to be in a situation that you walk away with nothing?
It doesn't, I spent all my life, let's say 10, 15 years of my life.
Right.
Right.
You tell me, I don't want you working.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you would not agree to
The
signing one in
right.
the first place.
Yeah.
Got you.
Because of if he tell you, okay, leave your job and be a housewife.
Correct. Like lose yourself
Lose yourself
for the relationship.
for the relationship.
Okay.
Correct. So you're giving your all into this relationship.
I understand.
You're having kids, you're taking
Right.
care of your kids, you're doing everything.
Right.
Relationship didn't work out. Let's just say I was the faithful partner, you were doing what you wanted to do, you want to move on.
Right.
So then I'm coming back, I'm starting at ground zero.
So
Okay.
that's why, Dane, I see what you're saying now, and that's why it's wonderful to get different perspectives. However, what I'm saying is that then make the prenuptial fair to you.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not willing to sign this unless
Right.
I know when I leave here, I'm leaving with 10 million, 50 million. Like,
Right.
give a number. It doesn't
Give a
have
number.
to be high.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be half
You
of
want to
the...
be comfortable.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
before you
half
sign.
of what the person is worth, but something that will make you okay.
Yeah.
Then
If you're giving up your life
if
for
you're
this
giving up your
person.
life for this, I'm
Yeah.
not taking less than 50 million
Right.
or 25 million or whatever, because you know, regardless of anything, for one, if you have kids, you're gonna take them to child support.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
and you can now defend that and say your kids are used to a particular lifestyle. So because of that, you're entitled to things anyway. So you're gonna get it anyway.
Right.
But I get, right,
Yes.
so I get though why you would feel like that, right? Because it's like you can't put a price on giving up your life for someone else.
Correct.
But then be smart about what that is, because some people may not even marry you if you don't.
Right.
Because they're trying to protect
Their
themselves.
asset, yeah.
So I think just make it a number that the person cannot refuse.
What do you
Because
think
you know
about
you'll
that?
be okay.
Well, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
The woman out there who's marrying the man who has the money,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but put a bank account separates.
Right.
While you live with him, make sure it's safe
Right.
for that rainy day.
Isn't that what Shawnee did with Shaq? Where she
Yes.
was thieving from him and building mommy's account and everybody building the whole household. And I think he got upset that she's stealing, but I didn't look at it as stealing because it was
She
their
was
money.
protecting
She was
herself.
protecting herself too. So I actually I don't consider that stealing.
No, she
It's-
was protecting herself.
She was protecting herself. And
Yeah.
rightfully so.
She had to.
She had to, because he also was doing his own thing.
Okay,
And she
yes.
felt like, well, if he's going to do his own thing, at least let me have my mansion
Yes.
for my mom and my family
Yes.
and whatever the case might be.
Yes.
And how is it stealing if it's considered yours? I guess
Right.
because the other person is unaware of it. I
Right.
guess legally it's considered stealing.
Whatever.
But yeah.
But thank you for your point,
Thank you, Dan.
Thank
I
you
think
very
that's a
much.
great point. It
Great
definitely
point.
makes people think differently. So thank you, my love.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was a good
Yeah,
point.
that was a very good
Good
point.
point.
That Dane brought up here.
Correct, right.
Okay, let's read some stuff
A
here.
lot of comments, eh?
A lot of comments. Okay. Commented. Okay. Why should I walk away? Okay, Betian. Okay. Okay, so the question is prenup. Okay. Never hide it. Okay, it's okay. June saying you need to be stashing some of that money little by little.
Right.
Yeah. I would be a housewife. A smart one too. That's good. Yes.
There's his money, you
Your
guys' money,
money.
and that's it. There's no, and you have your money. That's
you just
true.
have to be smart.
You have to be smart.
Right?
I agree. Yes, because I remember in my first marriage when we first separated, because we had joint everything, I was locked out of accounting. I could, y'all be seeing me, man. I've been through a lot. Okay, I think I deserve to be happy finally. But I was locked out of accounts. I'm going in password change.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting
People
calls.
do that.
I'm getting calls from the bank. If I change my address, I'm like, no, I live right here. But
Yeah.
that was because it was crazy. Like, I had no access to anything. And that's actually, from that relationship is when I started having my own personal account. Because I believed in this unity, joint
Togetherness.
bills,
Yeah.
You hear that? Please, never again.
Oh, good. Never diminish yourself to make him or her comfortable.
All same thing.
You
All
should
part of it.
not be hiding yourself, your age, your accomplishment, your children, etc. Carlene, it's Katrina saying everybody needs to have a savings to their name. If you're a rich or poor husband
Still.
dead, you can cover your behind. Carlene is saying what? Joint account? Never, never. It's true,
Yes,
because
but-
sometimes they go on and take out all the money and leave you stranded.
And leave you stranded. But Colleen also, it was like when we got married, it was like he didn't understand why I still had my maiden name. It's like getting upset, like everything had to be the man and the this, and we have to have a joint account so I can control the family because this is what a man does. But that's manipulation. You understand? Because the minute I could not like I didn't have my own thing, he was able to really manipulate all of that.
Right.
So I think that's definitely an ego thing without question. And yeah, I agree. You need to have something on the side for
Carrie
yourself.
saying you have to have your own
Yeah.
money.
I agree. Yes.
Share the life, guys.
Yeah, you have to.
Why should you have to misrepresent yourself for a man? It doesn't worth it,
Nope.
right?
Now, this thing that you said to diminish your light, I also have a friend that has a whole bunch of degrees, but because her husband did not, she like never talks about her accomplishments. She doesn't put up any of her awards, none of her trophies. The poor girl have to hide them in the suitcase.
Why?
Because it's like every time something comes up, oh, that's because you got this, or that's because you have this degree and that degree. So it's like she diminished her own light so that it made the husband comfortable, and they're not together anyway.
Yeah. What was
Now
that
you
worth
put
it?
up all these trophies. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? You
Nobody.
should have done this 30 years ago, or whatever the case might
Exactly.
be. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I definitely know people who have done this.
Never hide your true value to make him or her comfortable.
Same thing.
All right.
Right.
How you go in to the same direction if you're not on the same page? He or her is joined. And I want to just read from Amos 3:3. They do not need to be agreed about everything. They must, however, wish to keep each other company, and they must be going by the same road to the same place. The application of parable is very plain, though there are difference of opinion as to bearing of the whole context, which need not concern us. The two whom the prophet will fain see walking together are God and Israel, and his question suggests not only the companionship and communion with God, which are the condition on which alone the heights of communication can be secured or sustained. Too many walk together, though the one to be God is in heaven and the other be on earth. But there have to be agreed thus far. At any rate, they both shall wish to be together and both be going in on the same road.
Okay. I can see why it's important to be evenly yoked with someone. You know, I think when it's uneven, then it always feels
Then you feel
unfair.
diminished,
I
and
agree.
you have to work twice as harder
Yeah.
to make the person. So we're gonna repeat. One was never allow yourself to date out of need.
Right.
2, never hide yourself to make a man or a woman comfortable.
Right.
Number 3, before we move on, Carrie, have your own money. Catherine said a joint account is your immigration. Yes, we must both have our own accounts. A joint account for bills and vacation. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 3,
Right.
I think this one is very important. Be aware of masculine and feminine energy.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
And I want to just read on, or you
On
can
this?
read on balancing masculine and
Okay.
feminine. Just
So-
get them a point before we go into it.
Let's talk about balancing. So the world is full of energy, but what type of energy is flowing within you? There are two spiritual energies, both feminine and masculine, yin and yang. These spiritual forces play a big part in your everyday life, affecting your mood, romantic relationships, and wellness. So, what are they all about, and how can we balance them? So, things you should know. Feminine energy is fluid, controls your creative, intuitive, and empathetic nature, and it's about being. Masculine energy is logical, governs your rational, focused, your rationale, focused, analytical thoughts. It's about doing. So one is about being, the other one is about doing. These energies are polarities, meaning opposite sides of the fence, and symbols for the spiritual forces within you. They aren't related to biological, gender, or stereotypes. So you could be a female with very masculine energy, and you could be a male with very feminine energy.
Yes.
So I've been accused of having masculine energy
Right.
because I'm a doer.
Right.
We're
going to get into
yes,
it.
and all that stuff, right? Okay, so what is feminine energy?
Right.
Feminine energy is dynamic, passive, often called yin. This spiritual energy embodies the unknown and internal emotions. Feminine energy is unpredictable, intuitive, caring, and heart-oriented. This energy can be cultivated by meditating, dancing, creating, sharing your feelings, or spending time in nature. However, if there's an imbalance or too much feminine energy within you, you may feel powerless or overly sensitive.
Right.
So, take a look at these feminine energy traits. Intuitive, nurturing, empathetic, flexible, receptive, vulnerable, creative, fluid. For example, you use feminine energy when painting or emphasizing. Now, masculine energy. Masculine energy is action-oriented, also known as yang. Masculine energy is about doing. The spiritual energy is external, stable, predictable, logical, and focused. To tap into your masculine energy, you must take risk, set goals, stand up for yourself. But be careful, if there's too much masculine energy, it can create an imbalance and cause aggressive, confrontational, or competitive behavior. So, check out these masculine energy traits. Analytical, individualistic, projective, focused, goal-oriented, driven, assertiveness, and confidence. Think of this way as your most rational, actionable thoughts come from masculine energy.
Okay.
Well
so,
written.
guys, I just want to say we all need to be aware of it.
Right.
And masculine energy of a man will want to do for you.
Correct.
All right?
Yes.
And he will want old school.
Yes.
He's a provider,
Provider,
he's a
protector,
protector,
a
he's a
professor.
professor. He
Yes.
wants to do all these,
things, right.
Right? So
Fix
he
it.
don't want you. He want to fix. He want to be the problem
Correct.
solver.
Problem solver.
Right?
Correct. Right.
They don't have much of them. Just saying.
Right.
Anyhow.
Right.
The nowadays man don't have those traits. So
Right.
if you get one like that,
Right. Right.
just calm down.
Take it
down
right.
and not and let him be the man.
Correct.
Let him lead.
Be the damsel in distress, honey.
Yeah.
Can you fix this light bulb for
Yeah.
me, please?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Exactly. Right?
I can't get this toaster in the
Yeah.
in the cabinet, right?
Yeah, you need help.
You have
Can
to.
you take the garbage out?
Yeah.
Ask.
Right.
Make him feel like a man.
Right. Because I was the one at 8 months pregnant putting up my own crib.
Right.
See how that got me.
Yes.
Mm.
Marina, you're not late, but you could always watch it over. But
Always.
we still here. We only on number 3.
Right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
June laughing. Society or life put you in a situation where your masculine energy come out. You have been making all the decisions.
Correct.
Right? You have to open the door for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You never have a man's shoulder to lean on.
Nope.
You have men who refuse to use the masculine.
Nope.
Right?
Yep.
Masculine men want to take care of their woman.
Right.
All right?
Need anything? Nope. I'm good.
Yeah.
Must
Yeah.
Nope. I
Yeah.
already purchased
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, eh.
Yeah.
All these years I was
need a
doing
pair
this
of earrings.
nonsense.
You go and
I
buy the
already
earrings.
bought it.
So
I'm
we saying this could be a turn off.
It's a turnoff.
It's a turn off to the masculine man.
Right.
You understand?
I've
The
been told.
feminine men now
Mm-hmm.
that have no desire to work. Right? The masculine men have desire to be a man.
Right.
Let the man be a man.
Right.
Right? Tone down your masculine energy. Example, if he's comfortable with you paying the bill, red flags. Again, if you have a man,
Where were these things when I was
don't worry.
going through my stuff?
This is
Lord have mercy.
We letting them know right now. If you have a man and he's comfortable if you go for dinner and
You always
take
pulling
out
out that card.
and
And he got alligator hands because he can't reach the bill.
Or you know what? I forget my wallet in the car. Or I forget my wallet.
I'm like, oh, here it is. I took it for you.
Red flags. Red flags. Okay.
Right.
All right. Hold on. I'm a masculine, feminine, female. They're
Yes.
the same.
Yes.
Same here.
Yes, Dave.
Same. Junior saying same. Yeah, but we
Same.
saying tone it down if you have a spouse.
Right.
Because it's not good all the time to say, you know, you could do this, do that. We know
Right.
you're independent. We know, you know, we know you could do this. We know
Right.
you could do stuff, right?
Right.
So just tone down.
Right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
A masculine man will never let his woman pay for no bill. You go to the grocery store, they pull it out, not Philia, have any money. Or we going half-half.
Yeah,
A masculine man will
Does
never
not-
tell you,
right.
we going half on this.
Correct.
We going for dinner, you put your half.
Right.
No. A masculine man, he's a provider, he's a
Protector,
protector,
professor.
he's a professor.
So,
All
okay.
right?
Okay, let me let you finish.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I was going to say, like, my first husband was a very masculine man, right? But I think there's a fine line because sometimes that becomes too overbearing, right? But even down to my own gas, he would put gas in
What's
my
so
car.
bad in that, Philia?
No, I love that shit. Don't get me wrong. I was very comfortable.
Yeah.
But then it became manipulative because now everything is like I wasn't able
To do
to
anything.
exercise my own whatever. So then when I
Well, I
leave,
think there's where boundaries come
that's
down.
what I was gonna say.
Philia.
Because come on, and then it's like my inspection gonna expire. It's like it's taken care of. So I got with the next dude. It's like I'm getting tickets for expiring. I'm like, how come you didn't tell me my car? He's like, it's your car. Why should I tell you about your own expiration? You know, my gas is empty. Like, you gonna let me drive empty? He's like, I don't understand where you came from, but that's not what people do. You're an independent. Then it became, you're an independent woman. You shouldn't depend on a man. But that was his way because he was a feminine man.
Yeah, exactly.
He was comfortable with me doing
Yeah,
everything, and then
because
that's
he's a
what I
fa-
did.
Yeah, he's a scrub.
Exactly.
Red flag.
Exactly.
Okay, let's read some comments.
Yes.
June, I've been doing good, I think.
Mhm.
I'll grab a drill in a minute.
Yes.
Yes. Females with masculine energy is not attractive in a man's eye. They
Who
will
said that?
Marina is saying it's not
Yes, I
attractive in a
agree.
man's eye. They would accept an independent woman,
Mm-hmm.
but when you come over too independent,
It's
they'll
too
feel
much.
like they are not needed. Correct.
I
Correct.
agree.
That's
Marina,
why I
that's
say.
true.
That's why Marina say they gotta hold back.
Mhm.
All right. Carlin said I shouldn't be telling a man what he have to do as a man. Some men you have to because they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
The kind of relationship will never work for me.
Right.
All right.
I would say, yes, Marina,
Yes.
I get you. It's like, God, it just took so long for me to get, because I'm like a person, I want when I want, and I don't ask for much. So I feel like if I'm going to ask, why are you dilly-dallying and dragging your feet? So I'm the kind of person that I want the big screen TV. I'm going to put it up. And you come home and you see this,
Right.
and it's
Well,
like, who
yes.
put that up? Me. You put
Yes.
that up? Yes,
Yes,
I
because-
did.
yeah.
Like, I'm not going to wait for you to put the TV up.
Yeah.
So when we break it up, take your damn brackets, because that's all you bought in this house. You didn't buy the TV, you didn't buy this, you bought the stupid brackets for the TV. So you and your brackets can go. But that's where that comes from, because it's like,
Yeah.
you let
But
me
what
do
we
all
saying,
this stuff.
Yeah, but what we're saying is tone it down a bit.
Right now,
You
I know.
understand?
Two-failed relationships.
Awaiting, the attracting a feminine man,
Mm-hmm.
no desire to hold on a job. Awaiting for the woman to do everything.
Right.
He is comfortable.
Right.
You know, okay, let's go to Toko, let's go to Miami.
Right.
You know, you doing everything. He's confident. He's a feminine man. All right.
Right.
If he's comfortable with paying the bill, don't you go on a date number 2?
Right.
If you're comfortable, right?
Right.
Why
That's
would you
true.
go on date number 2?
That's true.
You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
These are good points.
Not a leader. Not a leader.
Yeah.
Cannot make decisions.
Wow.
All right? Feeling always hurt. The feeling always hurt. They're always in the feelings. You understand? Oh, you did this to me. You know that. You don't care about me. They give you all this guilt trip. Oh, you're laughing.
Cannot.
Yeah. The feelings always hurt. Driving off and not making sure that you're inside the vex.
Right.
So they just drop you outside.
Right.
Even my girlfriends is wait for me
Right.
to open
Right.
the door to come in. You understand? Feminine men. Whatever the woman
I
says.
cannot with you. I can't. I
Philly,
can't.
I'm telling you. Pull your masculine down. Let your man lead. Masculine
Right,
men
okay.
want to lead.
Yes.
Feminine men are behind you like. You understand? You calling all these shots.
Right.
Who want a feminine man?
Right.
I don't want no
Right.
feminine man.
I got you.
Colleen laughing. We are them right. I hate men who procrastinate, so I do my thing, yes.
Oh my God.
Do nothing. They be alright. That Maniku man, Colleen said, they laughing, haha. Juanita laughing, yeah, for real.
Oh God.
So, you know, girls, we educating you guys. We educating you so that
Oof.
you wouldn't make that decision again.
Yes.
Philly, I can see that you like this topic tonight.
Oh my God, you just said that was really funny. No, but I really wish I knew this stuff before. I would have saved half my relationships. Jesus Christ! But now I know. I'm smart.
And when you know better,
I'll
you
do
do
better.
better,
So I'm
right?
good. I'm doing well now.
Marina is saying long time they were called panty man. Yeah,
Right.
like, can you send some money for me to do my nails, my mani, my pedicure? Use a man and asking your woman to
Right.
do mani and pedi.
Right.
Send some money for you. Cash up me a little change. Eh?
Venmo.
Eh? Feminine men, who want them?
I
If you're
cannot.
sick, they can't even hire back.
Right.
You have to call
Right.
a friend, a
Right.
girlfriend to bring something for
Right.
you. Who want them?
I got you. I
You
got
know? No.
Ooh.
Okay, guys. Any question on
Oh.
masculine
I
and
can't.
femininity?
I can't.
Anything? Be aware. Be aware of the energy.
Yes.
Long time. Yes. But you have attributes for men that are feminine. They cook, clean, and stay home.
But that's okay.
They-
Wait. Cook,
yeah.
clean, stay home.
Yeah.
Well, okay. No, I did have a boss again years ago when I used to work by the World Trade Center, where
But
her
you know,
husband.
not
Mhm.
saying Nancy. I know if
Uh-huh.
maybe I retire. I don't know. Maybe a retired man could be like that.
Well, not retired, but this was a young man. But the wife was the CEO, and he stayed home and cooked, cleaned, and took care of the kids.
Okay.
So I asked her, how did she feel? And this is Johnson and Johnson I worked for.
Right.
How did she feel about her husband staying home? She said, "Look, it's not like that's his kids. It's not like he's babysitting.
Right.
It's his children.
So
I
you
rather
take them
him
to school.
Yeah, I rather him than some nanny who might harm my children, right? But it was just interesting that he was able to be manly enough to be okay with his wife being the breadwinner.
Right.
But then he was also like, dinner's ready. So I just thought that was a different dynamic. So I think it's
so
okay.
we will agree with
Yeah,
Nancy.
that if there are men who are okay with it, but
Right.
they're bringing something else to the table,
Yeah.
not just chilling and watching TV, but they're also taking care of the kids and they're cooking, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Diane
I
is
think
saying
it's okay.
she knows some of them. We call them scrubs. Diane Wilson Francis, I know some too. Hope it's not the same ones laughing out loud. This is this motivational tonight. It's lit. Okay?
I can't.
Nancy
I cannot.
saying stay home, meaning he's not going to the bar. Okay, all right.
Okay, that's
Marina is saying it's that the agreement. That's fine. There are women out here banging the box, and the
Right.
men they decide from the man to care for the house. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, if he's
He
taking
goes,
care, then that's okay.
Yeah,
I agree.
Once
Okay.
he taking care of what he's doing, but we're talking about
The ones who don't.
We're talking about the manicu men.
Right.
Right?
I get that. Yes, we just wanted to be clear.
As
that
Marina
what kind
said,
of
the panty men.
yes,
Right?
I agree.
The ones who like to dress up, go out there and they have $2 in the pocket
Right.
and waiting for the girl to go work hard, and then on weekends, yeah, we buying butter. You have butter and you're
We buying
starving.
Moet.
And Moet and all this crap. Feminine.
Right,
men.
right.
Feminine.
Right.
Because they're not holding their own ground.
Right. I got you.
Right?
Mhm.
There's ballers.
Yeah.
And behind the ballers, there's zero. They ain't got nothing. The car that they're driving, the wife paying the car note.
Right. Okay.
Because guess what? They want to bling and show off to the world
Right.
that, oh, I have a Beamer, or
Right.
I have a Lexus, or I have a
Right.
this, and you have not a pot to piss in. Let's move on, please.
next.
Next. Nancy,
God.
hope he's not bring a woman with you on your work day and laugh. Nah,
Right.
he had to work. All right, Colin, sorry I can't be the breadwinner in the relationship. He have to certainly bring something to the table.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Now, we're hearing some
Good
views.
Yeah, good views tonight.
good views. We like it. We like it.
And remember, guys, these are for dating in your 20s, 30s, 40s,
It's for
50s,
everybody.
60s,
No
70s.
No age limit.
No age limit. All
That's
right.
good. Yeah.
Let's go. Number 4. Make your intentions clear.
That transparency is key. If you go into a relationship being completely transparent, then you know what you're going to get, and you get what you know. Period. So make your intentions clear. Stay focused. Be
Hold on.
transparent.
Wait, Marina, I love this one.
Mhm.
The ones who have to put the money in their pocket before you enter the party, then they go to the bar like if they're buying the drinks. They have them. I know some. Mercer, oh, Monique, sending love. Nah, I work from home and I am up. Lego bees. Okay, oh, my love, I love this. Laughing out loud. A pot to pissing and a window to dash it to. That is good.
Right.
I know some too. Yeah. Rankers, ballers, we call them, and they ain't got nothing. And then they want to play, you know, like if they all this, that, and the other.
Right.
And they ain't got nothing to the name. Okay, let's move on.
Oh
Make
my
your
God.
intentions clear, right?
Yes, I agree.
Tell them what you want. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
What you're looking for. So you make your intentions.
Yes, you make your intentions clear. You're transparent. You tell them what you want, so there's no surprises later, and the person doesn't have to feel like you pulling the carpet from under them with some new surprises. So
Okay. Noon's is saying I'm not one of them. Okay, we have a guy on and he's saying he's not one of them feminine men. So that
Okay.
is good. Mr. is saying stay home if you're broke. Don't take me nowhere. All right.
Okay.
So I say tell him
Uh-huh.
or her what you need, what you're looking for. If you're looking for a booty call, that's it. If
Just
you're
say
looking,
that's what it is.
what you're looking for, because right now if you come to talk to me, I am looking for marriage. So what do you want?
Correct,
What
right.
you're looking for.
Make
Make
your
your
intentions
intentions
clear.
clear.
I
Don't
agree.
wait until 5 years in the relationship and say, oh, I'm waiting for you to marry.
Right.
You never said that in the first place.
I
So
agree.
people let things go on, go on,
Yes,
go on.
and then they blame them later.
So make,
I agree.
yeah, tell them what you want.
Yeah.
You are not a booty call. If that's what you want, then you tell them.
Then you just
you
tell
be
them this is
upfront.
all
You
I
tell them
want.
what you're looking for.
Right.
You want to be a side chick.
Right.
You want a booty
I
call.
agree.
What you're looking
Why are we
for.
having this conversation?
Yes.
If we're
5 years down the road, right?
That's fair.
Are you looking for a wife?
Mm-hmm.
Have honest conversations.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, you know, make it clear. Not desperate at this stage. Tell him you're not desperate at this stage.
Right. So if
Are
you
you
need a
looking
man,
for your
then you need a
husband?
man.
You're looking for a husband.
Right.
If you're looking for a booty call, you're looking for a booty call. If you're looking for a man just to service you, no attachment, you're looking for a serviceman. You're looking for a serviceman.
Correct.
That means
You
you ain't
have
paying
to
no
be.
fees. You just service it.
It's just services. That's
Right?
it.
No
Yes.
obligation.
Nope. Not
Right?
at all.
Make your intentions known.
I agree. That's
All right?
probably one of the most important ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are responsible for your intentions clearly.
Yes.
Example, 3 years in my life you're wasted.
Right.
You know, you didn't want to make that clear from day one. So now you can't come now to tell he X, Y, and
Correct.
Z. All right?
Right.
Then they
It
say,
sends mixed signals.
oh, then they saying draw up a contract. And Marina is
Right.
saying state your case and give me the options.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, I love that
Carrie
one.
is saying sometimes you be clear at the beginning and then they come with the baggage. It's true.
Well, yes, Carrie, I want to just say, like, I remember with
Like
my
you.
second, you know me, damn, I should just be on all these damn questions and answers. But, like, when I got with him, I was like, first of all, I would not be with someone I don't date people who I can't marry. That's the
Right.
first thing. So you have to have certain qualities.
Right.
So he knew marriage was important. And I was like, look, I just came from a marriage. This was a quick courtship, but I was also pregnant quickly, and I definitely did not want to be a single mom. So, again, need,
Yes.
right? And not necessarily want. So already it started off in
Right.
not a good relationship, like
Yes.
not a good foundation. Let me put
Right.
it that way. Relationship seemed okay. Foundation was cracked
Right.
from the set. Then it was like, okay, I got divorced and I didn't change my last name because I'm like, well, we're going to be married soon. And 13 years later, it never happened, right?
Right.
And it's just, that is like blaming, how come, and then this is his thing. Well, I don't understand. Women plan their wedding, then plan the wedding. And then I'm going to Davis Bridal by myself, and they ringing the little bell. I don't have my slew of women. So sad. And I was like, look at me. I'm such a beautiful person. And I'm in here by myself getting this whack-ass dress. And there's nobody here to cheer me on because I always knew it was not right. But it felt forced. Everything was forced about it. And I'm over here picking the invitations. And like, hey, baby, what invitation? He's like, it doesn't matter. I just want to show up. I'm like, okay,
oh my
this
God.
is not.
Red flag.
Yes.
Red flag.
And then
that flag, red,
yes,
white, and blue.
all the time. Like, they were waving the big flag. Please, I surrender. Then, years later, I'm fall asleep. I wake up. I get a video, WhatsApp. I'm like, oh, what's this? And he's getting married to somebody else. Exactly.
That is messed up.
So messed up.
Philia, I think you
My dress went in a barrel to Africa.
Philia,
I know everybody. But guess what? My next one is going to be awesome. Awesome. So you wonder, you look at people, and you're like, how the hell can that happen? Someone educated, beautiful, fun. But it does. Like, you don't know what your life, and that's what I'm saying. You accept the ways that people treat you.
Yeah.
Because I was desperate to be back into a relationship.
Lonely.
I was lonely. I was rebound from my ex-husband.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, how dare you leave
just
me.
a mess.
Correct. And then that's how these things happen. So
wow. Thank you for your testimony.
Of course.
Because every test is a testimony.
Absolutely.
And you're talking and speaking your truth.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Alright, let's see. June is saying they will tell you what you want to hear and then do what they want to do. Let me read that again.
Yes.
June is saying they will tell you what they want you to hear and then do what they want to do.
Right.
Dancing partner. They will tell you what. Yes, that's good, June Reed. Courthouse wedding, sis. Marina is saying, oh my God, yes.
Yes, Marina. You gonna be my bridesmaid in the next one? We gonna make up for all them damn crazy years, girl.
Carrie.
It's gonna be party in the engine room in the
Carrie is saying red flags for real.
Yes.
Nancy is saying agreed.
Yeah.
Marina is saying yes. No, oh my God, they will tell you what, for real. No, they will tell you what, and men tell you all these kind of things just to get you distracted.
Right.
Oh, you're beautiful. You're the best one. You're the best cook. I'm going to leave my wife. I'm going to leave thing. We're not sleeping together.
Right.
We just friends.
Right.
You understand?
We have different bedrooms. We're
Oh
just
my
there for the kids.
God.
Blah, 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 blah.
Make
Right.
your intentions clear.
Always.
You understand?
Yep.
Matthew, I just want to read Matthew 5:13.
Thank you. We need a prayer, please.
But let your yes be yes and your no mean no. Anything more than that is from the evil one. All right? If you're comfortable being a girlfriend, just say that. If you're comfortable to be a side chick, that is what you're going to get.
Okay.
Just be clear about your intentions.
Right.
All right? That was number 4.
Okay.
Going down the road. We have 2 more, guys. 2 more. This is interesting. Number 5. Okay, 5. All right, any questions? I think we got there. If they tell you they have a wife, I'm too old for the friend zone bullshit. I need a life partner. Correct.
Right.
So
That's
you want that is what any man coming up to you, you put it in existence.
Right.
I am looking for a life partner.
Right.
I'm looking for marriage. You put in what you want.
What you want.
Set
You
your
will manifest
boundaries
it. I agree.
and go with it.
Right.
There is somebody out there for
Somebody
you.
for everybody.
All right?
I agree.
Okay. So we're going on to number 5 now. Call a thing a thing.
Thing. I love that one.
Call a thing
They're like, oh,
a thing.
so you're in a thing again. It's a thing.
Don't try to make a husband out of a clown. Call it what it is.
I agree.
Don't waste your time. If he's a clown that's stolen a crown, the two don't mix.
Right. Remember? I was calling Robert my husband, and
Yes.
we were married. Had this big ring. I tell you, it's that time she was 6. My 6-year-old daughter, when she was talking, she was like, "Oh, when did you and Daddy get married?" I was like, "We didn't." So why are you wearing a ring? It's fake. Well, the ring is real, but the representation of it is fake.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I realized if my daughter at 6 is seeing the nonsense,
Yeah.
then how can I see it?
Yeah,
and
like
that's
you're
what
blind.
made me break up with him. I was like, today is the day. That is it. And I stopped wearing the ring.
Right.
I was it. But it
Philip,
took a
but I want to
6-year-old.
commend you, you know. I mean,
You met me with I was a hot mess, huh?
yeah, you was a hot mess, but you have a lot of growth within the year.
Thank you.
But I just want to say, you know, I love how you speak your truth.
Thank you.
And you just keep it 100.
Thank you.
You understand? And you know, on motivational here, we non-judgmental,
No.
and we keep it 100.
We
There are
do.
a million people out there who went through the same thing with
Yes.
you, where men outsmart them.
Mhm.
And, you know, again, when you know better, you do better.
better, yeah.
And this makes us stronger.
Right.
And I would say for me, I get hurt when I was a young girl
Right.
in my 20s, you know. And with that, I try to protect a little ring around me.
Gotcha.
You understand? So for me, in my older age, I am not going, saying to go this distance.
Gotcha.
You understand?
Right.
Because I think I get it when I was younger, the depression, the crying. Oh, why are you leaving? I
Right.
can't live without
Without
you.
you,
I
right.
want you. This, you feel. No, at 52, it ain't how nobody can make me cry but my child right now.
Right.
Honestly, I'm just saying,
Right.
oh, my mother and father. But I understand it probably was trying for you and
Mhm.
hurtful, but
Right.
just know that you have a village and you have friends now.
Thank you.
Okay?
Love you.
All right.
Thank you.
If he tell you they have a wife, okay, thing, I need a partner, I have no patience with men. And mind you, I'm married for 23 years. Yes, agreed. I was married as well, girl. All I can say is I understand and do empathize.
Empathize. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
His soul is not deep enough. So call a thing a thing.
Yes.
His soul is not deep
Very
enough.
shallow. Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
You cannot afford to take on projects. A collection of projects consuming your value. All right.
I'm very project oriented.
Example,
Right.
he too cute, he's fine,
Right.
he's a clown.
Right.
You understand? You know your friends will say, oh my God,
Right.
you all go so good
Yeah,
together.
get
He's
together.
a clown. I like you all together. I like him for you. He's a clown.
Right. Right.
You
right.
understand? Call a thing a thing.
What's the thing?
He's an asshole, he's an asshole.
Yeah, that's what
Call
it
a
is.
thing a thing.
Okay.
Stop be sugarcoating. Stop
Okay.
be making up stories. It is what it is. All right?
All right.
Not critical. You cannot take him out. You cannot take him out. Cannot take these people out. Call it as you see it.
Yes.
Because they don't have no etiquette. Nothing
Right,
about
right,
them.
Right.
You understand? So call a thing a thing.
I love it.
All right? Okay. And the
Is this
last,
the last?
one.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing on time?
32.
Okay, we're doing. Okay, all right. There's the last
We're
one.
doing good.
Yeah. Yes, we all have stories.
Mhm.
She is a strong black woman because of her trials and tribulation. Yes, amen.
Thank
Guys,
you.
I have a question. Maybe on another topic.
Okay.
A marriage is for better or worse. So, are you saying leave when the going gets tough or try to work it out? I would say try to work it out.
Try to work it out
Try
first.
to seek counseling.
Right.
Try to don't get your family in.
Right.
Try to seek professional help outside because everybody have their own opinion.
Right.
All
And
right?
I say that when the going gets tough, you don't run because it is for better or for worse. But how do you really know what love is if you don't go through that hardship together? That's when you know how unbreakable or breakable you guys are.
Yeah.
Now, once you've gone through it and you've gone through all, you've exhausted all of your resources, and it doesn't work, then you should definitely jump ship.
Right.
Yeah.
It's according to what you are working out. Okay.
Mhm. That's true too.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree.
All right. 6, the last one. Make sure he is not using you as a come up. What I
Yeah.
mean by this is, what is he attracted to? Ask yourself the question. You're
Right.
going with somebody, what attract him?
Right.
What he looking for? Some men like boobs, some
Right.
men like butt, some men like slim girls, some men like the thick girls,
Mhm.
some men like long hair, they like short hair, they like light skin, they like dark skin.
Slim
Ask
leg.
him,
Right.
what is he attracted to you for?
Right.
Your plans and action,
Okay.
right?
That's
Dreams. Is he looking for you to finance his dream?
That's
If you
true.
have a dreamer, especially these older women who going with this younger guy, What is his dream? His dream is to, I want to get a car, I have a business. What you have, nigga? You got nothing. So, when you see the
What
house
was your
dream,
favorite word?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes. So, if he plans and he's looking, you understand? Financing, he looking for you to finance his dream.
Right.
You understand? So, make sure he's not using you as a come up.
Right.
All right? A lot of young men want experienced older women. All right? But again, what is he attracted to?
Right.
Ask yourself the question. 5 years down the road,
Right.
what is he attracted to? All right?
Phyllis, I feel like you're piercing
That's what
my
I'm just
soul.
saying.
Like, what? I don't understand. Like,
No, I'm just saying.
I feel like your soul is like burning through me.
No, I'm just saying. I think this is so interesting.
Oh my goodness!
You know what I'm saying?
I cannot. Like,
But
I don't think
what
I'm
is he
blushing.
attracted
I think
to?
I think I'm turning.
You have to ask yourself the question.
Right.
You know,
I
are
got
you
you.
a keeper? Are you a taker? Are you fishing?
Right.
Are you a throwback?
Got
What?
you.
You
Okay.
understand?
Right.
And again, a lot of young men want the experience because they don't want to have people younger to go through
Correct.
that. An older woman is more experienced. She's not going to check the phone. She's not going to say, where are you? You're
Right.
going out. You're going out. She know you're going out. And she leave you
And
to
that's
be.
it.
All right?
Okay. That's good.
Too emotionally invested can lead into problems.
Okay.
All right? He don't have a life experience to hand those questions. So what we're saying, if you are older and you're going with the younger guys, they don't have the experience. So you tend now, they're now living.
Right.
So you find now sometimes they're going to be unfaithful because they ain't live yet. They want to be the older woman, but they ain't live life yet.
Got
So
you.
these are for older women who looking. Now some relationship lasts
Right.
with an older woman and
Right.
a younger man.
Right.
The younger person has to be mature enough.
I was going to
in
say they
order-
have to have great social emotional intelligence for it to really work well. I personally think.
Nancy saying Caribbean men do not go to counseling. I could imagine.
Right.
Marina laughing. Same like many girls. Colleen is saying, I ain't buying no man. I sorry. He must come built already. Again, I have no patience.
Right.
Colleen is saying, she has the patience.
Okay.
To be emotionally invested can lead into problems. He don't have the life experience to have those kind of questions. Right?
Right.
If your back hurts, bring the Bengay. He asking you where's Bengay. You understand?
Right.
Because he don't have that life
Correct.
experience.
Right.
You know, with to be an older woman.
Right.
So he kind of going through life. He trying to keep up.
So you gotta
Because-
teach him.
Yeah, so you gotta teach him, and I think
Each one teach one.
each one teach one, but then that is
not this case.
but then that is hard work though, because as the time goes by,
Right.
um,
Oh God.
You know.
Phyllis, you're funny.
give him or her opportunities to speak. See if they could have conversation
Okay, yeah.
on politics, the world news,
Right.
what's going on.
Right.
What is your investment strategy? Do you have a 5-year plan? What is your goal? You understand?
Right.
Any advice on income? See how they with money.
Yeah.
You understand? What is your credit score? How it is?
Right.
These are important things if you want to build
Oh my God.
in a relationship.
Yes.
These are important questions.
Yeah, very
all right?
important.
Ask men or women grown questions.
Correct.
All right?
Right.
You have to ask questions to reveal what level he's on. So you know if he's not on that level, he's not going, oh, yeah, man, me and my boys, we going riding today. You understand? He don't understand your language because
Right.
you done 50 shades
Right.
up and he's still 10
Oh,
grades
God.
down.
Right.
So we have to ask and keep it real. Some like many,
Oh,
I
God,
ain't buying,
please.
okay, all they have me cracking up here. I ain't teaching either. He must come with that as well. Cause we want everything ready made.
Everything ready made. But what happens if the person really truly has a good heart and they're really, really good to you and they have those deficits, however, they're willing to learn?
Okay, so I would say, and at that I comment, that's one of the questions.
Okay.
They wouldn't come with everything.
Correct.
You could work with them.
Okay.
You understand? It's like a woman or a man.
Right.
He might be handsome. Or let's take for instance the opposite. He may be different. I don't like to say the word you. So he's different, but he's packing and he pocket packing. You understand? So then you will find, well, you know, he and all of that. But the man packing and the pocket packing.
Right.
Which one you rather? The good one, Shabarang sing about them. Pretty face and bad character. Right? So, you know, you wouldn't get the whole package. Right? But you can work with them. If you see potential, you work with them. But
Okay.
don't overwork yourself.
I got you. Okay.
All right?
You gotta at least have something.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
got you.
Have to have grown enough to have conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Add to the conversation. See
Okay.
if he or her is thinking as a grown person.
Okay.
All right? Then is saying we have to also remember on both sides, people could fake and lie. Oh, the interview. Same here with relationship. Yes, I think so too.
Right.
Colleen saying the only work I'm going to do is my job work.
Colleen. Tell it like it is, girl.
If you have a rating system, ladies, you know, you like to rate a man from 1 to 10.
Right.
Rate him, for example, income looks, if he is a 6 or a 7, same thing I was telling you, you can work with the rest.
Right.
You will never get the perfect person.
Never.
All right?
Okay.
Question. What about a woman dating a younger man? That's a question. You wanna ask me that question? Do you wanna answer me? Or what I told you there? What about you're changing the narrative now
Right.
on a woman dating a younger guy? You remember we was talking about the younger guy,
Correct.
older woman dating,
Right.
vice versa.
Vice
Go
versa.
ahead, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's my thing. What if an older woman is dating a younger guy and he doesn't have all of these things that you're used to having, but that person you know is into you, that person wants to work with you, that person wants to impress you, that person wants to do everything just to be in your presence, that person doesn't want to dim your light, that person wants to be part of that so that it could be a come up together, not necessarily a taker. Do you trash that person away because they don't have all of those amenities?
No.
Okay.
So we're gonna say Diana said, nah, y'all on a roll. These topics on point. Okay. I would say approach your situation with an open eye.
Correct.
It may or may not work.
Okay.
Realistically, expectation, not everyone will want marriage. Listen for the language.
Right.
He has dreams, etc. As I was saying, is a red flag because you know he just or her just in it for their benefit and not your benefit. So be wise about it
Okay.
when going forward in the relationship.
Okay.
All
That's
right?
very fair.
All right?
I think it's good to have an open eye,
Eye, yes.
and I think every situation, I guess, is debatable, and
You have to go based on your experiences. So that's all.
Dana is saying you go back to what was said on the beginning. You have date about 1 year to really know someone. All the lies or truth will come out.
Yes.
Some people are true actors and actresses.
Right.
And I would say that. Younger, just for temporary sex, that's all. So Nancy is saying the younger man, just for temporarily sex, that's all. Some of them. You understand?
Nancy.
Yeah.
But so I feel like these questions are daggers to me. Even though, I mean, I'm dating a younger man.
Right.
He's
Right.
10 years younger than I am.
Right.
So again, a poster child for this damn questions from number 1 to 5. Hello.
1 to
But-
6. 1
Oh
to
damn,
6.
1 to 6. I fit the category of all of them. Jesus
No, but the
Christ.
thing about
What?
these are realistic questions.
No,
And
they're real
especially
questions, and
for
these-
a woman who is established.
Correct. Now,
Okay.
this was my problem in dating this young man. I was like, I don't date young niggas. I'm sorry, I just don't. Because you don't come with this, you don't come with that, you don't come with this, you don't come with that. But then you know how much I've struggled in relationships with men who had PhDs and making 6 figures and this and that, and how manipulative and how oppressed I was. And I was like, fine, I'm going to try something different. And it's been wonderful for me.
Okay.
That's the thing I could say. It's just been different. It's been wonderful. And this person that I'm dating that's younger just does not come across as, I mean, I feel like I really know people well. I study them. It's been a year and a half. And I just think the person is really genuine.
Right. All I'm saying is keep your eyes open.
That's fair.
You understand?
Mhm.
There is things and set boundaries
Got you.
and set safe space, I would say.
Okay.
Okay, this is the safe space.
Right.
So meaning, for example, when we go out, even if we have a disagreement, don't act like a child. Act like
Fair.
a grown up.
Okay.
You understand? You have to set boundaries.
Okay, I
Because people respect boundaries. If you don't respect yourself and don't have these boundaries, people will want to cross over that fence.
That's very fair.
You understand?
Okay,
So
that's very fair.
keep your eyes open and always set boundaries. That's what I would say. And you want safe space.
Right.
If I tell you this, would this affect you? How you're setting safe space
Right.
where you want to be comfortable in talking, and it shouldn't work against you
It should be for
in
me.
case something
Okay.
should happen.
I think that's
So
very fair.
keep your
advice.
eyes open going forward. That
Okay.
is my advice to you.
Okay.
You
That's very fair.
understand?
That's very fair.
So one day at a time. Laughing out loud, you're keeping it Philly. Still early 5 years, then look at it. Be on a game. Some people be on your A game. Some
Right.
people want help, no love.
Right.
And it's true. So that's why we're saying sometimes you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Right.
Carlene is saying that's too much talking and babysitting that man. Nancy,
Yes. Oh Lord have mercy.
sometimes when you reach a particular age, it really becomes like babysitting, and
Right.
it gets tiring.
Right.
You get drawn out.
Right.
And you don't enjoy the relationship, and then it's like a relationship shouldn't feel like
It
that.
shouldn't feel like work. I
You
agree.
understand? It's
I think
supposed to
once
be-
it starts to feel like work, then there has to be a discussion or a shift.
again,
I
set
agree.
boundaries.
Okay.
Set safe space.
Right.
Every relationship, you always have a disagreement. When we go out, we respect each other.
Right.
Don't matter how bad it is, you set boundaries.
Right.
Or then don't go out.
Correct.
You understand? If you know you cannot
Stay home and
control
have a whole bunch
your
of sex.
anger, don't go out.
Right.
You understand? Stay home because you don't need to go out there. You
And-
swell up all night
Right.
to please him or whatever.
vice versa,
Just
right.
say, you know what? I don't feel to go anywhere
Just
again.
stay home.
And stay home.
Okay.
You understand? So my
That's
thing
fair.
is, what is number one, I think? Setting boundaries, keeping your eyes open,
Right.
be smart about
Transparency.
it, transparency.
Right.
And I hope, guys, we taught you all something
Oh my
tonight
God.
from these 6 points. All right?
It was a lot. It was overwhelming. I felt daggers. I felt eyeballs. But at the same time, we know it's
We
all
had
love.
fun.
And we had
We
fun.
had fun. This is just an eye opener to make
Oh,
you
Lord
wise
have mercy.
and don't have anyone, take advantage of you.
Correct.
So you call out the 6 for those latecomers that now join in, that we're going to close off right now.
Where are our 6?
It's on
Oh,
your
okay.
phone.
Yeah, it's on the phone. Yeah. Hold on.
Once you happy, once you're happy is most important. Again, no patient. I don't like to talk much, and it is what it is. Carlin, you ain't easy now. Me, I gone. And well said. Okay, go
All
ahead.
right. So the 6. Number 1, never allow yourself to date out of need. Number 2, never hide yourself to make a man or woman comfortable.
Right.
Number 3, be aware of masculine and feminine energy. Number 4, make yourself or your intentions
Clear.
Number 5,
Call a thing a thing.
Number 6, make sure he or she is not using you as a come
Come
up.
up.
Very clear.
All right.
Very good.
So, guys, I hope that you guys get something tonight.
Yes.
This
It's
was
hot.
very interesting. I must say, I had fun with it.
I
with
did.
my eye expression to
A
fill
lot of eye
You know?
exercise. I was like, what's
because
happening?
it's like you're hitting the nail on the head, bang, 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 bang. But I
I
think
never get hot, but I was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
hot today. I was like, what is going on? What's this heat?
no, but you don't find that the topics was
They were very
interesting?
relatable. They were very interesting. And you're right. They do have you self-reflect.
Mhm.
So I will self-reflect. If there things that need to be shifted, we will shift.
Right.
And things that I think are doing well, then that's what we'll
Then you
continue.
leave it alone.
It's fine.
You
If
understand?
it's not broken, don't fix
But
it.
again, this
But at least I can bag somebody who's 10 years younger. That's all that is. That's all that's important.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but nothing
fine.
wrong with it. All we just saying is be smart and, just be alert. Be focused, be alert.
Yes.
And don't be naive.
okay, very fair.
You understand? Be alert, be smart, and set boundaries.
Okay.
Okay? No phone numbers. Set boundaries.
Yes, absolutely.
You understand? Because that
Absolutely.
is being disrespectful.
Absolutely.
You
I
understand? So
agree.
you set boundaries.
I agree.
You hurt my feeling. I don't like this. Going forward, this is disrespectful. Set boundaries.
Got you.
Set boundaries. Set boundaries.
All right.
When you set boundaries, you know you cannot cross the fence.
Right.
If you cross the fence, then it's a recipe for disaster.
I agree with
All
you.
right? So
Okay.
you don't let little things slide.
Okay.
You set boundaries from the time you see it, you
Right.
say it, and you move on. And you're only saying it once because you don't have your 5 kids already,
Right.
and you do have a 6.
Correct.
All
Okay.
right?
Very fair.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
I'm loving the house. Stella. Nancy says Stella.
Stella.
Girls, you ready? Made man, less stress. Oh, Carlina saying the ready-made man, less stress. Carlina, see you.
Oh, you
on
stay
fi-
consistent.
Yeah, you on fire tonight. You on fire. Good night to my Monday night family. Looking forward to the next God's willing.
Thank
Keep it coming
you.
true and real life. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Diane. Again, if you want to hear a topic, let us
Just
know.
send them on, because we're the poster child. I'm the poster child of all the topics.
No, but this was really good for
That was
wisdom
good.
for men and
That
women
was good.
in dating and stuff. So, guys, have a blessed and wonderful
Yes.
and safe week.
For those that celebrate their birthday,
Happy birthday! And barbecue blessing.
Barbecue blessings.
Yeah, how was it?
It was amazing.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And I'm still rocking denim. This is
Yeah.
like another outfit, because this was what I was gonna wear, and then I end up looking hot. Whoever was there could have seen that themselves.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. This woman is just a stellar, classic, genuine force of nature, and people who were here shared all the love, and those who supported from afar, thank you again.
Thank you again. And
Yes.
guys, if God's willing for 2024, my team will be anything fluorescent. All right.
We're gonna have some fun.
Yes. So, my girlfriend wants me to have swag to be a boat ride next year.
Okay.
I have months to think about it.
Okay.
So we could carry swag and see if
Let's
there's a
see.
boat ride
It would be
instead.
nice. It'll be
So
different.
it's more things coming. All
Okay,
right.
okay.
And please stay tuned. We have our cancer program
Breast cancer, yes.
coming up.
Yes.
More on it. I'm trying to get a flyer out. It's for breast cancer survivors,
Right.
men and women. Come out and support. Wear
Walk
your
the
pink.
runway.
All right,
wear your
walk
pink.
the runway to wear your pink.
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
Thanks for the birthday blessing, Diane. No problem.
Yes,
Everyone have a
Diane.
good night.
Yes.
You all come to Trinidad. Yeah. Take care, ladies. Very informative podcast.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye,
Have a blessed
guys.
night.
Love
Love
you.
in the house.
Mwah,
And
mwah.
see you next week, God's willing. Touch the button.